Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Pisces November 13, 2022. A Venus-Neptune transit is excellent for compassion, forgiveness, and charm. Your gentleness is more appealing than usual, and it's a perfect time for forgiveness, whether it's about forgiving others or yourself for something from the past that isn't going to change. You can experience some good feelings of acceptance now, and it's comforting. You'll find it easier to enjoy yourself when you let go of negative thoughts or expectations. It feels natural to express yourself, learn, play, and connect more heartfully. However, with a Sun-Saturn square coming into play as the day advances, you could experience temporary doubts about recent projects or relationships. Slowing things down can be a critical strategy. It's time to clear some hurdles before you move a matter forward. Be as patient as you can and play by all rules for the best results, since it's simply not the time for cutting corners. Getting back on track may require a rest or some tweaking of expectations. If you're feeling insecure, remind yourself that what you think you're lacking is probably exaggerated in your mind's eye. Aim to improve those things you can control and forget about the rest. You'll feel even better energy crossing your path today. One of the most magical days awaits you. As Venus sings hymns within your solar fifth house of true love and romance, she will smile over to a pleasant and carefree Neptune across the sky. If single, this signals the possibility of connecting with someone truly special, perhaps even a soulmate. This person could be very spiritual, philosophical, and unique, even from a different background, culture, race, or homeland than you. Be sure to step outside of your comfort zone and keep an open mind. Pitch yourself. If there is something that you want to do, then speak up. While Mercury in Scorpio squares Saturn in Aquarius. Introspective Mercury has given your passion projects and ideas more than enough thought. Meanwhile, Saturn can either restrict your ability to speak up or encourage your authority to assume responsibility for what you want to pursue. If you lean into the constraints of the square, then you may end up frustrated by a lack of progress. But if you work with the compromise of the square, then you may see incredible success come from it. Since Saturn's return to your financial sector in 2020, the Moon's return to an intuitive and imaginative part of your chart each month has put them at a friendly aspect. This is something that can fuel your financial confidence, instincts, and imagination, but as they come together for the first time since Saturn's direct turn, this is a chance to look to the future with confidence. The planetary alignment prompts you to go straight ahead with plans that involve just you. This could be your job or travel plans, depending on your level of independence, but it definitely means your diet and exercise regimen. Energy is not going to be an issue for you this month unless there is a specific aspect countering this extremely fiery one. Using common sense, of course, stretch yourself to a new limit in terms of your exercise regimen. It's the time to embark on something new and different. If the opportunity arises that offers you this kind of adventure, consider taking part. Even though you may prefer to stick to what you know, and need to feel the ground under your feet, risking a little here and there can be a great experience for you. Don't let a lack of confidence prevent you from trying things, as you can't really say whether you're able to or not without trying, can you? Do something outrageous today. What makes a friendly aspect between Venus in a fun, playful, romantic, and creatively charged part of your chart and Neptune in an adventurous part that peaks today auspicious, is that this is just the start of something special. Knowing that by this time next week she will be spearheading a new period of planetary activity on the job front, Venus is joining forces with Neptune to not only bring things together across the playful, creative, and adventurous, but as the planets of desire and dreams, in a way that can inspire your motivation and even some wishful thinking. What makes today's friendly aspect between planets on the romantic and adventurous fronts even more special is that the two planets involved are Venus and Neptune, the planets of love and dreams. This is adding a sense of magic to an already potent mix of romance, adventure, and nostalgia, while paving the way for even more interactions over the coming days. Our eyes in the sky. Saturn squares the Sun early this morning, and will have a greater sense of responsibility, duty, and structure. Attention will be focused on doing the most practical thing and whatever makes the most sense. Our emotional nature will ease into a more intense vibe. We could withdraw from socializing with loved ones and acquaintances. It can be harder to hold conversations under this influence, and avoiding important talks could lead to arguments. You will make a terrific new friend related to your job in some way. This valuable resource will be more important to you than you realize. This person is a little strange and awkward, but overall, he or she has valuable information that you can benefit from. What makes this a potential game changer and an opportunity for a major breakthrough for both you and your relationships is that this is the first total lunar eclipse in Taurus in 2 decades. What adds to this is the fact that the lunar eclipse peaks just as the moon aligns with Uranus, the planet of surprise, synchronicity, and the unexpected, and as the Sun and Mercury, the planet of communication, are aligned in your relationship sector. This is the right trigger at the right time. Someone you work with will unexpectedly need your help. It is not necessary for you to completely drop everything for this person, but you should indeed try to help him or her. Work together and you will reach great success. Someone will pick you up and take you under his or her wing. This extra support will be of great benefit to you now. Don't resist this assistance. This boost is the exact key that you are looking for. Together you can soar to new heights. Protect your energy if you have to at this time. Be aware of your perspective amid other opinions. During this transit, we could be more likely to sacrifice our own needs and let people push their agendas on us. Focus on yourself to avoid uncomfortable moments with others at this time. Just after midnight, the Sun squares off with Saturn in Aquarius, putting us in a heavy headspace. We feel restricted, unable to act the way we want to. While the Sun is in Scorpio, all our desires and passions come into sharp relief. Yet, Saturn reminds us that we have obligations to others. It is not always about us, and we must work to earn our keep. It can also seem as though we are up against the clock now. Deadlines or time limits provoke extra stress, and instead of rising to the task, we look for vices to distract us. We are not above creating chaos, pulling the fire alarm to get out of taking the exam, so to speak. But our duties aren't going away. If we rise to the occasion, we can exit this period with a feeling of accomplishment. If we avoid our responsibilities, they will only catch up with us at a later date. This is something that at this time of year can energize both sides of the financial fence and act as a trigger. However, both sides are so ripe with potential and support it was only ever going to take the smallest trigger, and this is the granddaddy of them all. This could have unexpected implications across the income, work, and career fronts, while a real breakthrough is possible on both sides of the financial fence. It is in the second half of the week that things will start to settle. Following this, the Gemini moon squares off with Neptune in Pisces, causing us to misread interactions and deceive ourselves. Our idealistic nature can be taken advantage of by those who sense our confusion and vulnerability. Yet, we are typically the ones who volunteer ourselves for disappointment by putting our trust in the wrong people. Exercise discernment to avoid compromising yourself.